to the nut house. Ow. One thing. Well, actually, a lot of things. Anyway. Things that are different. For starters, things that are different are... We now have a second seed of Wither Skeleton Essence. I got the materials necessary out of my Wither Skeleton spawner. I would just kill them all, and you know how the deal works by now. I got enough heads, and I got enough heads to make another chunk, and then I got, with that chunk, I made. Oh, this is full. Shit. I'm gonna have to empty it out of eggs. Alright. And with the chunks, I made another seed. So, here, while we're here, you can see they've been growing. I have 8 essences here. While I'm here, I am gonna slam all these eggs. I wonder if that's actually doing damage to them. I'm always ending up with a lot more chickens than I need in here. So. Alright, now I have an abundant amount of chickens that no one ever needs that many chickens for. I'll wait till they grow up and kill them for food, XP, and whatnot. Another thing that is different is you'll notice I'm holding ender pearls and obsidian. I will get to that in a second. Yeah, another thing is that you see there's nothing spawning over there? A problem I'm having is the spawner requires a lot of electricity, and for some reason 2 of the solar panel 3s can't quite keep up with it. It gets 4, maybe 5 sets of spawns of skeletons before it's completely out of power. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of making more solar panel 4s, which is what... Where am I? Which is what these are right here. These are solar panel 4s. So I'm thinking of running a couple solar panel 4s for that. But in order to do that, that's going to make a lot of work. I'll do it later. Anyway, right now that's just a want. I kind of want to do that just so that it keeps having power. Okay. More differences. You see I have this Tinker station here. Because, as I said before, I wanted a better way to get the heads from the Wither Skeletons. I think I found a way to do that. And the way to do that is Tinker tools. So what I figured is I'll come here to this tool station, and if I make this sword, say I'll make this sword out of iron or any materials that give me enough, they call them material slots, and you can put certain materials in there, and it kind of acts as an enchantment on these Tinker tools. And if you put obsidian and ender pearls in these Tinker tools to enchant these tools, it will give you the beheading enchantment, which you get right here in the materials and you can see right here with beheading. It affects is enemies drop their heads, adding more obsidian and ender pearls increases the chance of decapitation with ender pearls and obsidian on a Tinker tool. So right now that is my plan, is I'm going to make Tinker tools, or at least a few Tinker weapons, swords or whatnot, to use in the mob spawner over there to get heads. However, I don't think those heads, I don't think that Tinker tool will drop the Wither Skeleton chunks. But then again, even the Solium Dagger isn't dropping a lot of Wither Skeleton chunks. I'm getting more chunks by making them with the regular skeleton chunks and the heads, just cooking the chunks, combining those with the heads and turning those into Wither Skeleton chunks. I'm getting more chunks that way than I am with the Solium Dagger to begin with. So I'm going to go with this. And you can see I have another chest over here. This is full of patterns. You see I've got a scythe head, the ingot cast, a handguard, sword blade, knife blade, tool rod, binding, and a wide guard cast. So basically with this tool, basically with the tool rod cast, actually I don't know, hang on. If I grab this, what is that? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So basically if I use the tool rod cast, the Wide Guard cast, and the Sword Blade cast. Say I cast all of those out of iron. Give me a full iron sword. I don't know what kind of slots it'll give me for the obsidian and the eyes. The ender pearls, excuse me. But that will give me the beheading enchantment. The more obsidian and ender pearls I put on there, the more chances I have to get the head from the wither skeleton. So that is the plan. That's what I'm going to hope to do. The other difference is you'll see there's a downstairs area here. This chest is almost completely full of metals. You see I got a bunch of diamonds, bunch of iron. I'm starting to get different metals for copper. You see I've got copper here. I've got emeralds, aluminum. That is because under here with all of this, there's another sifter that is sifting gravel with only a flint stiffened mesh. Because apparently after you get past a certain point with the regular string mesh and the flint stiffened mesh, you get silver, aluminum, copper, and everything else. Once you go past flint with iron and diamond, you no longer get the chance or any sort of option to drop the iron, or not the iron, excuse me, the aluminum, the silver, the copper, things like that. So this one is sifting specifically for those lower level metals, copper, aluminum, and silver, which is filtering straight into the metals chest down up here. So all of the metals coming directly into this. I have pipes coming out of that and that. You see I also have another one. Oh, I can feel that. Over here. This one I have specifically for say I want to sift dirt for seeds or I want to sift sand for prismarine shards, which I am going to need to do. I'll just put the sand in here and walk away and do something else. That way I don't have to sit here and sift each piece by hand. Like this, I have enough seeds. I can make 7 more seeds, more crafting seeds. And I can keep the coal, I can keep the seeds, and if I wanted to, I could try to filter all the rest of this into a trash can. I don't know yet. But since I do need to make more prismarine shards, I'll grab a thing of sand, and I'll put that in there. That'll sift, and it'll give me some prismarine shards out of that. Now down here, this is coming from just the one filter of dust. I'm not filtering out anything else. So this is pulling everything but gold. Gold you get from sifting dust. So this one right here is pulling everything but gold down and out. What these are retrieval nodes, and they also have filters in them, which will keep everything but what I want in that chest out of that chest. So this chest is, like it says, only redstone and glowstone. Nothing else is allowed in that chest. This one, coal and lapis. Again, nothing but coal and lapis is allowed in that chest. And this one is gunpowder and blaze powder. And nothing but gunpowder and blaze powder is allowed in that chest. For fuck's sake, come on. Now here, this one is pulling out the gold. The only problem is it's not really working, and I don't understand why, because I still have to come up here and do this. It's not pulling everything down for some reason. It pulls the gold out. You saw that there was no gold in there. It's pulling the gold out and it's putting it in here just fine. See? That's going up. But everything else just stacks up. It's not being taken out the bottom for some reason, and I don't know why. It's not like the transfer nodes need power. And see the filter for gold ore piece? That means it's going to keep the gold from coming through, or at least it should. That should keep gold from ever coming through. But if I let's put that in there. Actually, I don't have any coal. And gunpowder, blaze powder, more gunpowder. The redstone. Anyway, that's not what I wanted at all. This is only gold ore pieces so that it's not going to let gold through. See, I can come over here and click this. It still has blaze powder in it because it's for some reason not letting anything through. See, now it's got glowstone. Now it's got redstone. Now it's got gunpowder. More gunpowder. More gunpowder. More blaze powder. More blaze powder. What if I do this? I can't even put anything in there. What am I supposed to put in here? Because if I put that in there... Let's take this out. Yeah, because for some reason that's not taking anything out of the filter of the sieve. And I don't know why. But, you know, I've got so much metal. And this one should be only letting gold through, but I took it out, so it's close number there. But this is only allowing gold. So I don't know how to make sure that this one is letting more than just gold through. I'm thinking if I do this, instead of blacklisting gold, what if I whitelist everything else? So that's gunpowder. Let me get a thing of redstone. Or not gunpowder. Get a piece of coal, piece of lapis, a piece of gunpowder, and a piece of blaze powder. And we'll have to put all those back because instead of putting it in there, it just puts a copy of it. So I can do that, do that. So now if I put this in here, is that going to work? Because even without the filter in there, it still doesn't let anything through. And I don't know why. I don't understand why nothing is going through this pipe. It just sits everything in that sifter up there. Everything comes out of the other ones just fine. It's only that one transfer node doesn't let anything out. See, because it all just stacks up right here. And it's a little frustrating. Because I don't know what the problem is and I don't know how to fix it. But, anyway, that being said, did I have any... Okay, like I said, I could craft the whole thing out of gold. But this material is a new book. It has all this other metals. So what I actually wanted to do, instead of iron, I wanted to make it out of steel. Because steel has high durability, high mining level. Its attack speed and mining speed are that. It's got sharp and stiff. So its durability is very high. So I'm going to make a sword out of steel. I don't know why it says level clumsy. But, I hold shit. Motherfucker. No. You should not be turned back on. But, I hold shift for stats, and it takes something out, and I'm trying to figure out what it's taking out, and I don't know. God damn it. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I want to make it out of steel. So, what I'm going to do is get out of that fucking book, and I want to learn how to make, ooh, it's all caps. Doesn't matter. How to make, not electrical steel or dark steel, just steel ingot, thank you. Steel dust, that's the alloy smelter. So an iron ingot and crushed coal in an alloy smelter will make a steel ingot. Okay. So let me grab that steel ingot. And actually I can just come down here. Grab a thing of coal. And let me...
Always scan this section.
Hate when it does that. Anyway, alright, trying to turn off that fucking sticky key shit after it managed to turn itself back on. Anyway, just grab a thing of coal. So at the most, I'll only be able to make 18 ingots of steel. But I don't want to make steel ingots. I want to make... I need steel that I can melt in the smeltery. Can I not do that? That's the sag mill. I don't need that. So if I put a thing of coal right there, and then this, it won't let me. Wait, no. It's not supposed to be coal. It's supposed to be crushed coal. I need to put the coal in the sag mill. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid, I know. Coal powder. Let's see, well, that's making coal powder. If I put an iron ingot in here, it already took 3 iron ingots from me. Wow. Gee, thanks for that. I can just move the coal between them as it works. Problem is, I think it's quickly running out of power because I don't think there's any lava in the magnetic generator. Yeah, they were quickly running out of power because there was no lava in there. I do have cobblestone for that. This is why I keep cobblestone on me now. I make sure I always have some cobblestone on me to make sure I can fill that. Printed basic processor. Okay, I was about to say. So, where did that, oh, there it is. Jesus fucking Christ. Sulfur. Why is it taking so much coal powder from me? Can it only hold 3 ingots at a time? I take the coal out and it takes 3 iron from me. God damn it. Why does it do that? Because that's just going to make more graphite bars. Or no, that's going to be processors. Why is it taking all of the crushed coal? It shouldn't be doing that. I don't understand. But yeah, this is what I plan on doing. I'm going to make a steel tool rod. a steel sword blade, and no, that, a steel white guard. At least that's the plan. It's taking a lot more coal powder than I thought it would. And I only have 8 ingots. Why is it stopped? Oh. It needs a minimum of 4 coal powders to make 1 steel ingot. So I've officially used an entire stack of coal into coal powder. So that'll be the last ingot I get to make. So I can take that iron ingot out, take those 10 steel ingots out. And in here, if we make... Move these over to the side because I don't need them. They were an accident, so let me grab these. Let me put that in there. Can I melt just the ingots? Yes. Okay. Gee, they melt slow. So I'm going to melt these down, and with them I will make 1 of each of these that I have. See, now I have a block of molten steel. So then if I hit this, that took a lot of steel. Oh, how much more do I have? That took 2 ingots. Alright, so then if I grab that and that, I have a steel sword blade. And if I put that in the crafting table, make that out of steel, that should also take... Oh, that one only took 1 ingot. Huh. Grab that, and then put that in there. Make that out of steel as well. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll come over here, and I'll put the casts back in there. Put the metal away. Like that. Alright, so then... Part builder? No. Tool station? So if I do this, if I just put these together like so, that'll make me a steel broadsword. Alright. So now I should be able to come over here to the tool forge? Maybe? I don't remember exactly. The tool forge is just an upgraded version of the part builder I was just at. Okay, so now I need to remember how I put parts into it. Or not into it, but... Well, yeah, into it. I need to be able to put the ender pearls and obsidian into this sword to give it the beheading modifier. How do I do that? Oh, wait. That? No, that won't let me. What if I use this? That again won't let me. Okay, so its durability is 724. I have 3 modifiers. I have 3 open slots for modifiers. Now I need to remember how to fill those modifiers. Let's see if these will tell me. okay. But it's not telling me how to do that. It's not telling me what I need to do to put it under. Because here's beheading. That's what I need. But it's not telling me how to put any of these modifiers on the tools. It has this in the picture, in the background. But I don't understand why my tool forge doesn't look like this tool forge. How do I put the ender pearls and obsidian into this? How do I use the modifiers? See, these are all basically the same thing. This is what I have right now. This is what I'm looking at. This is the tool forge. This is just a tool station. Yeah. So why is it Oh, okay. Each level adds a 10% chance to get ahead on a kill. So that's just going to use one apiece. That's going to use one apiece. That's going to use one apiece. So that should be 30%. Yeah, beheading 3. So now each time I hit it, I have a 30% chance of getting a head. I'd like to change that. So you're telling me if I make 7 more things of obsidian and use 7 more ender pearls, I should be able to get beheading 10, which would give me a 100% chance of getting a head on every kill with that sword, theoretically. But that's what this whole thing is for. This is entirely experimental. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this obsidian I'm going to make... Oh, I only got the one. That's a shame. Oh! I washed the torch off the wall. That's not a good thing. So that torch was in a very specific spot. There we go. So that's 2 more pieces of obsidian. That's 2 more levels. Ooh, I washed the torch off of here as well. There we go. So then if I put this back in here with the ender pearl and these 2 pieces of obsidian, I need more modifiers. Every 3 apparently uses a slot of modifiers. How do I add more modifiers? I know there's a way to do it. I know there's a way to do it. Let's consult the book. Because coming through here, all through here. Mending moss. Technically, we could do that as well. If we get a mossy cobblestone, we can make moss. And if we put that on the tool, it will repair itself. I'm not seeing haste, fortune, or looting. Attack damage. 50% durability increase. Extra durability. Harvest directly. Increases mining level. Chance to not consume durability. This is what I'm putting on there, or that's what I've put on there. Massive damage. Massive damage to undead. Heal when dealing damage. Sets fires. Tool remains in the inventory after death. Oh. Knockback, no. Width of the area affected. Height of the area affected. Stores XP picked up. Max amount stored increases with modifier levels. Slowly repairs the tool over time. Has to be in hotbar or offhand to repair. But yeah, this, if you put moss in there, it will repair itself while you're holding it. Blasting. Places a light source on low light level. Shulking. Increases floating. Projectiles ignore water. Slow duration, slow motion, no. Adds traits of another part. Traits are equal to swapping the part. The embossment is final, can't be changed, requires no modifier. Okay, so nothing's going to tell me anything about how. Where do you have the smeltery and everything? Okay, so nothing is telling me anything. I'm not going to bother making a bow out of this. Not right now. So nothing's going to tell me how to make, how to put more modifiers on it. I know there's a way. At least I thought there was. Ow. Okay. I know there's a way to put more slots, or the modifier slots, on the tools. I know there's a way. But as it stands right now, there are a few in the there's a couple. Just one. They're either despawning or they're dying from sunlight. I don't know. But there's a few in there, and then there's none. But it's a really cool purple blade. I'll give it that. But one thing, I've been letting this run for a while. I've got a lot of loot bags. I'm going to work on compressing all these down. I do have one epic loot bag right here. Where did that come from? Anyway, I'm going to work on compressing these down and get as many of these as I can to see what I get from it. I'm going to come over here. Oi! Well, first let's look at this. You see there's no heads in here. Now there's a head in there. Oh, right. Now it's getting somewhere. I do have another mob, tier 5 mob chunk here, but if I cook these, that'll give me tier 3 mob chunks that I can combine with the blue and red essences to give me more of these, and these combined with these will give me more of these. I don't know why I said it like that. And then these combined with seeds, and I believe more red essence will give us the wither seeds that are necessary. I need... What did I say I needed before? I need to go check on the seeds to make sure they're grown, because I can see the top of the part, which means they are. Which means I can come do this. Boop, boop. We now have 10 things of wither skeleton essence. So if I grab those... And then in here... I can only make a couple, but a couple's better than nothing. If I put soul glass in here, and then the wither skeleton essence around it like that? Oh, okay, no, it's the top four. Anyway, the cardinal directions. So yeah, I'll have 2 left over, and that's two things of witherproof glass. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, and we'll put those in there. But once we make enough witherproof glass, then we make the cage out there. Once we make the cage out there, we can then spawn the wither and kill it as many times as we damn well please. What I might actually do is I might make a different sword with the Tinker construct set. Ooh, I just kind of knocked my mouse. What I might do is make a different sword or some kind of tool and or weapon. We've got so much to choose from. Yeah, we've got so much to choose from. I could make scythe. Do we want to kill the wither with the scythe? What do we want to use to kill the wither with? I could use a scythe or just a regular sword. I'm fucking blind as bat. We could use a regular sword. What's the broad, mowing down plants and foes alike, has an area of attack, right click to harvest and replant crops. Well, you can right click with anything to harvest and replant crops. That's not going to change. But yeah, screw it. Let's make a scythe and kill the wither. Why not? And with that scythe, we will put, I believe it said it was lapis that did looting. Ooh, went too far. Doesn't actually say. Oh no, luck. I guess that's the equivalent to looting. But yeah, adds fortune and looting, has a chance to increase the luck, and adds more lapis, only 1 modifier, not compatible with Zoki. So yeah, if we make a scythe and put as much lapis on it as we can, we'll kill the wither with that. So that's the plan, right? Well, right now, my plan as of right now is find out how to put on more modifiers. Then it's make the scythe, and then it's just farming from then. We need to kill the wither skeletons to get heads with our new sword. We need to continue farming the seeds for the wither skeleton essence to continue making the soul glass we have into the witherproof glass until we have enough to turn into the cage. Once we have enough to turn into the cage, we'll make a... we might not worry about making an automated process of turning sand into soul sand, because I don't know how to do that right now. I'd have to figure it out. I'd have to think about it, but I don't want to right now. Basically, what I would do is I would just make the soul sand as I needed it. We need 4 pieces of soul sand for every wither and 3 wither heads. So that should be easy. So hopefully, I'm gonna do a lot of it off camera, which by a lot of it I'm gonna be it's the farming for heads and the essence, so that we can turn that essence, all that soul glass into witherproof glass. Oop, there's more withers over there. Let me go kill those, and that's how I'll finish this. And I don't know how to find or make mossy cobblestone, but I would like to put the mending moss on this so that it repairs itself while I'm holding it. That way I don't have to keep making new swords when these break. So we had one head in there before when we checked it. Now we only have 2 heads, which means out of those, what, 4 skeletons, we only got 1 head. So yeah, I want to find out how to put more modifiers on it to put on more obsidian and ender pearls. Maybe a thing of moss, if I can manage to do that. But right now, that's the plan. Farming. Put enough steel to make the scythe. Scythe goes with lapis for looting, and it's going to be a lot of farming. So, like I said, hopefully, next episode I'll have done enough farming to at least make maybe half of the cage for the wither. Because I'm going to have to do a bottom, the sides, and the top. If I don't do the bottom, it's just going to break the cobblestone that's there and fly out and does who knows what. So I'm going to need to make the whole thing needs to be cobblestone. Or not cobblestone, fucking the witherproof glass. So we need a lot of glass. And that is, right now, that's our issue. So it's going to be farming for the essence and then making the glass. That's my plan. And I'm going to do it all off camera because I'm not going to force anybody to watch it.